not being there in the last couple of months. So Jarrett was like he was so confident. So they were going to run out through the curtain, out the other exit of the dressing room, out the hallway where people come in, out the front door, around the building twice, and in through the back, and you had to slide into the ring.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all right. Both gentlemen, good athletes. The ones who don't smoke.
I was just about to say that those cigarettes might have come back to hurt him a little bit,
but he was very confident, very, very confident. So he did his stretching and he was ready to go and got a couple shut-ups in there and 1, 2, 3, go, boom! I mean, he head back. I mean, he was like the little kid running and oh my god, it was like Ice Cream Man chasing him down the block. So boom, he's gone like a bolt of lightning through the curtain. Robbie E standing there, chilling out. So we got some time to kill. Started talking to the fans. Started going over some stuff, and then he squats down and Flosser comes blowing in through the back door, out of breath, and he was like, I won, blah blah blah, and then he turns around and Robbie E's standing there. So that was a race to who was going to slide in the ring first. Robbie E slides in the ring. Jarrett Foster totally baffled of how this happened. He's, calling him a cheater. There's no way. How did you do that? And blah, blah, blah. So, unless Bright Lights is listening to this program, he's probably still scratching his head. Yeah. And as he's changing the batteries on his jacket. So, the match did happen. Jarrett Foster did take on Robbie E in a very good match. Went back and forth for a while, but Jarrett Foster victorious, retaining his D2W championship heavyweight champ. I can't even say it straight.
Jarrett Foster heavyweight, not
Jarrett
so much,
Foster
but
D2W champion. And
world champion. You say world champion. That's fine.
And it's funny because some indie guys get mad when you say world champion. So we're not a world champion. We're champion of our promotion. So we're heavyweight champion.
All right, the D2W main event champion.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Can't say heavyweight.
He's the champion. So he reminded us about 15 times. So for those counting at home, and I know you are,
of course,
the shut up count was capped off at 22.
Average day in the life of Jarrett Foster.
Not a record, but in my short time at D2W, it is a D2W record. Not an all-time record.
I count Facebook shut-ups sometimes. He posts something,
You remember the first time we started counting it, and we posted it, and then he replied back, shut up. I reply back, that doesn't count.
I just love when he posts something, I'll comment on it, and I'll just wait.
Oh, yeah.
I just wait for it.
Oh, he does, too. He knows
to shut up, and then...
He knows it. He knows everybody's waiting to say shut up to him. Because he clicks, every time someone says shut up, he clicks like, so he knows it's coming back. The guy who's wrestling in tights that say shut up on him, so... You can't. I was actually surprised that neither one of him or Sterling got involved in each other's match, so I was actually kind of shocked. But
they both retained their titles, though. That's the important thing.
All the championship titles were retained, and it's funny because we started watching D2W because of all 4 title holders: Sterling, Foster, Down Boys.
Yep.
And they're all the champs at D2W, and they're the ones that got us to start going to D2W because of our relationship with them in other promotions.
Yep, exactly.
So
and four of the best guys we've met in this. 4 of some of the best guys we've met.
It's taking some time to get used to seeing Sterling and Foster individually. Yeah,
exactly.
Because we got to see some really, really awesome
tag team
matches between Glitz and Glamour and Down Boys.
And the Down Boys, amazing tag team matches.
I mean, probably some of the best that you'll see until recently, like EYFBO are really, really good. Style and Finesse, they're really, really good. So. I would love, and I've been on the horn with Joe Bellini a couple times about, reaching out to the Down Boys to get the Down Boys to Warriors of Wrestling. That would absolutely put a spark plug in the tag team ranks.
Absolutely.
And their tag team ranks are good as it is.
And it's just crazy to think the Down Boys, we saw them one of their first times in the ring. and it's just so funny seeing how great they've improved over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, our first show was their first show.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, their rookie show was our rookie show. So
exactly.
we have that picture. I think Steve told me he's got that picture in his room.
There you go.
Of all of us, and one day maybe we print them out. We all autograph it, and they might be selling them at wrestling shows.
Yeah, and they came up to us for that interview too, because they were a new tag team. They wanted to just talk about their upbringing in the wrestling business, and it was really cool.
They wanted to get they did the right thing. They wanted to get the word out who they were, and we were more than happy to oblige because that's what we were there for, to do some interviews and get our feet in the door, and we were as green as they were.
Of course.
So if
everybody's got to start somewhere.
If anybody's listened to our interviews, especially the first couple of shows, we stuttering all over.
We also didn't know how to have multiple people on the show at a time, but we've come to grips and figured that out over time.
That was great. I had such a
the wrestling roundtable where
roundtable, and I had to press call waiting back and forth on
between me and
you and Nanny.
Oh my god! We've improved since then, guys.
Yeah. We got a whole Bluetooth system now. I mean, it's going to get better as Nick has seen since been here. We've added some more pieces to the studio. It's all going to get wired soon.
Sooner rather than later, it'll be a full studio, and
anybody locally, more than welcome to come to the studio live and do a show. We got a nice, comfy couch right now that's holding up my that's packed with my toolbox and a damaged frame jerseys. But why would
there's not room right now, but give it time, and there will be plenty of room for guests in this studio.
We got the refrigerator, so that's important.
Exactly,
and a couch.
Yep.
So I mean, there's only one person better than me. That's how it starts.
And you got the TV right there now too. That's new.
Yeah.
That wasn't there last time.
This is a TV/monitor.
Yep.
This will be on one desk along with the regular computer monitor. With the computer will be on another desk. All will be equipped with silicone keyboards, so that there'll be no clicky noises.
Perfect.
I
got my expensive headphones.
Everyone, you're out of your mind. Every single one will have a microphone. The couch will have a microphone mounted on the wall behind it, so they don't even have to turn around and talk. We can just face each other, and it's gonna be cool. I mean, I think we're gonna have a really, really good time with this, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Because some people have asked, oh, you want us to come, live in the studio? I'm like, oh no, not right now. I'm like, it's a freaking disaster.
It's a little bit of a disaster, but.
I'm like, I got boxes of wrestling cards on the floor. I got a license plate.
Oh, random license plate.
No, those are the ones that came with my car before I got the vanity
plates. I won't
plates.
read that off on air, so nobody can steal the license plate number. It's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I got vanity plates now, so they can't.
I got to get mine for my car too.
I'm a driving advertisement for damage. I got all the hats in the back window. I got the damaged plates.
I got to get my damaged.
The logos will be in the back window soon, so. It should be pretty fun, and we'll be ordering some new shirts, some new merchandise soon. So I'm excited, very excited about that. So I don't know. We're about 7 minutes before Barbie Heating calls in, so maybe we should let's jump to the Jobbers Tournament.
Why not?
I mean, we give Miss Barbie some extra time to talk with us. I forgot where. Our whatchamacallit crashed, our browser.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll pull that up. I can't wait for the tag team. 200 tag team.
Greatest all-time tag team. 200 teams. We'll be doing this for a couple months, guys. It's just pure insanity. And it was funny because I asked people, I was like, send us tag teams that if you think we forgot anybody. And they were sending in tag teams that maybe guys once they tagged up, or it was just like. I wasn't gonna go there, but let's see. Round number 4, we saw Santino Marella, right? Mm-hmm.
Take on Iron Mike Sharp, and it was Iron Mike Sharp victorious. Let's see. The Brooklyn Brawler took on Leaping Lanny Poffo, and it was the Brooklyn Brawler victorious, setting up a Jobbers Classic, Iron Mike Sharp versus the Brooklyn Brawler. Copyright infringement. There you go.
Boom.
Solo. The Great Khali knocked off Bryan Adams. And it was Drew McIntyre knocking off Red Rooster.
I think I won like one of those 4 matchups. It's terrible.
Yep.
I do not think a world champion should be this far into a Jobbers tournament, but
it's just sad because he was a beast when he first got there.
Yep.
And then the knees started slowing him down, the bad legs, a bad hip, and it was all downhill after
if they had just kept him as a heel. Like, I understand having to switch gimmicks up and face and heel turns, but with this guy, there shouldn't.
The problem is with the leg. Once the legs and the knees started going, it was kind of hard. But they could have used him as something else. They could have used him as a bodyguard,
an enforcer for somebody.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. Or you could have used him in a tag team. You tag team, you got another guy maybe a little smaller to carry the match, to carry the match. Kind of like what they did with Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've never seen Kane in better shape in his life. That's the crazy thing.
That's the sick part about one of our Damage 365 radio contributors, Dave DeChico, big Kane fan.
Yeah.
Okay, big Kane fan. And I say it all the time, I'm like, it's a shame because he's in phenomenal shape right now.
Yeah.
And I know it was because of that movie he had to get in shape. And he's been keeping up with it. But he's a glorified jobber right now.
Yeah, he is.
And it's sad because you got this guy who's almost what, 50? 47?
Probably 46, 47 right
46, 47 years old. He's in phenomenal, probably better shape than he's been in the last 10 years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they're using him as a
body
patsy.
Yeah, a patsy for Seth Rollins. Don't get me wrong, I think Seth Rollins is doing a great job as a champion right now, and he's playing that heel up very well. But I would like to see Kane
get angry.
Go back to the mask gimmick. Just get
but
away.
The problem is, here's the problem. I'm going to tell you exactly what the problem is. If he goes back to the mask gimmick, you can't make him a face.
No.
So how do you spin that? How do you spin him going after Seth Rollins, putting the mask back on,
have him go after everybody.
But he's still a heel.
Have him go after everybody. Have it be one of those guys that literally just demolishes every single person. Have him attack faces first, then attack heels, and then just attack every single person.
That's why I think they should just do away with this whole good guy, bad guy crap. Yeah. Everybody out for themselves. You want a belt?
Because you have heels that are being cheered more than faces are, or supposed faces are. Like, it's the fans like who they like. They don't like somebody because unless you're 10 years old and you like John Cena because he's a good guy.
Perfect example, Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
Wade Barrett, police went nuts when he won the King of the Ring tournament.
Exactly.
Fans love him.
Yeah.
And they love the whole, I'm afraid I got some bad news.
Yeah.
I mean, that when he was out and he was just doing that.
And another example, when Dolph Ziggler cashed in his Money in the Bank a couple years ago and beat Del Rio. Del Rio was a face. Mm-hmm. Ziggler was a heel. I was in that building. I couldn't hear when Ziggler cashed in. That's how hard fans were cheering for him. It's not about good guy, bad guy when it comes to being cheered for. It's who they like and who they think works hardest.
And it should be, because now you have, you had for a little bit, you had the Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
You had Dean Ambrose with Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
So, I mean, these were great matches. I mean,
I just want to see, unfortunately, Daniel Bryan is injured again.
Which is probably going to lead to the belt being pulled off of him again. And possibly not only the end of his career, but the end of the Bellas. Because the Bellas contracts are up soon.
Yes.
And they're kind of linked hip and hip.
Yeah.
With Daniel Bryan. If Daniel Bryan's healthy and he comes back, I think the Bellas resign.
Yeah, just because the belt, Nikki and Brie will do what the other wants.
I think Brie's going to come back if Daniel Bryan's healthy, and of course Nikki and Brie are together.
Exactly.
If Daniel Bryan's done, and his career's over, then I think Brie and
Nikki won't resign.
Nikki are done, and you're going to see them move on to acting, and
maybe you see Nikki work backstage or something like that to be closer to John, and who knows?
I have no idea. I mean, the division of the Divas is such in flux.
It is, but there's a lot. We've talked about this so many times. There's such talent.
Yeah, in the waiting.
Yeah.
What are they waiting for?
No. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when's the time to say, all right, Charlotte needs to come up? Sasha Banks needs to come up.
Bailey
needs to be brought up and be relevant.
Yeah.
Emma needs to be made relevant.
Again.
Paige needs to stay healthy.
Yep.